So today I'm going to be filming like 3 videos, so I figured like put it on this leather jacket would like spice up my look a little. Probably not, but I didn't want to look like the exact same in every single video. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing a mini graphic novels collection video. I only have a few, but I love graphic novels and I mainly read them online. I read more so comics online, but like I'm getting more into like actual graphic novels, and I decided like a couple of years ago that I actually want to start like my own collection, and I want to have like my own bookshelf just full of graphic novels and comic books because I love them so much, and they're such a quick read when you want to hurry up and get done with your reading goals for the month or for the year. So yeah, let's get started. So the first 3 graphic novels that I have is actually a comic book, and it is Silk, which Silk is part of the Spider-Man universe, the Spideyverse. And I got these comics when I went to Universal Studios in like 2017. Yeah, 2017. Specifically I got these from not Universal Studios, but the other one that's connected to it, which is, I forgot the name of the park. So yeah, I actually really like Silk. She's one of my favorite people in the Spideyverse, and I really like this comic because it shows Peter and Silk in like a grown-up way. And basically Silk is about this girl who was she was kidnapped in a bunker, and so she's trying to remember like what happened to her family and her brother, and like she's going through all these other things. And much like comic books, it gets really weird like towards the end. And I have volume 3, 4, and 5 because they didn't have 1 and 2. Also, here is something cool that happened when I got these. So me and my brother were in the comic book store, and you know how they have like little characters walking around. So they had the Green Goblin, and like the Green Goblin like came, he was like, let me see what you guys have. And I just thought that that was so funny and cute, and like that was one of my favorite memories of going to Universal Studios. So the next comic I have is my favorite comic, which is Gotham Academy. And Gotham Academy is a DC comic based on this girl named based on this girl named Violet, and her mom was a villain. And if I'm correct, I might not be correct, but her mom was like a villain, and she's like scared she's gonna go into that route. But also on top of that, there are really some mysteries going on in Gotham Academy, and her friends try to figure it out. And if you know me, you know that I love like a good like group of friends story. Like I love stories about people who just become friends, and they're like they don't really, you would never picture them as friends, but then all of a sudden they're like best friends. I really love that because I have no friends, and I just love like friend groups. And also Batman is in this comic, and his son Damian Wayne, who is so fine. And my favorite thing about this comic is the freaking art. There's a lot of ads in this comic. I really enjoy the art in this graphic novel, especially Violet. Okay, I cannot tell if Violet is supposed to be like white or a person of color, but I like to believe she's a person of color just because of how they draw her, like how dark they make her. There's a lot of representation in this series. Oh, excuse me. Next we have Gravity Falls, which is in this hardcover. And my favorite thing about this is the freaking like under the dust jacket. I love Gravity Falls so much. Like Gravity Falls is my favorite cartoon. I binge watch it so much. I forced my brother to watch it, and then I watched like Rick and Morty afterwards, which if you don't know, there's like this conspiracy theory that like Rick and Morty and Gravity Falls is in the same universe, and that blows my mind. And like sometimes Alex hints at like maybe having another series or like some kind of spin-off or something, and like I would love that in my life because I enjoy the mysteries of Gravity Falls, because as a kid it's just like dark and mysterious, but like watching it as you're older, you notice a lot of things that other people don't notice, and it's one of the darkest shows on Disney Channel because they don't tend to go that dark. And I feel like if Alex could, he would go even darker. And like this series has so much potential, and now that he works with Netflix, I really hope that he works on getting this back and making it even darker, or maybe something like Gravity Falls or in the same like town. And like I really wish that I was from Gravity Falls because it's so amazing, and I just love things that are like weird and unexplainable, like Welcome to Night Vale, which I think if you like Gravity Falls you should check out Welcome to Night Vale, which is a podcast, but that's besides the point. Next, I have my favorite comic ever, and if you watch Read with Cindy, she has read this and she did not like it, but I love trash, and that is Snot Girl Volume 1 and Volume 2. Snot Girl is a comic about this girl who's a fashion vlogger, and she has like this condition where she like has snot coming out of her nose, and like a bunch of other weird things happen in this story. I think I really like it because the art and how beautiful it is. Like, look at her. Her name is Lottie, and like Lottie is one of the most beautiful characters I've ever seen. The artist for this comics, like she really snapped when she created this. It's really diverse. Also, I don't want to give away spoilers, but like it's not a spoiler, but it is a spoiler. But let's just say it's some bi representation in this book, like towards like Volume 3, which I really love. And I just love the way it's drawn, and I can kind of relate to Lottie's character, like how she's really selfish, and she and just like how I think she's so funny. Like she's just so funny, and she reminds me of myself, but like times 10, because I'm also like really nice, and I notice that I'm selfish, and I try not to be selfish a lot, but she like doesn't care. And like I don't know, I really like that about her. She is a really shitty person, and I think that I like that because a lot of people don't. She's like a terrible person, and like a lot of characters you get like a lot of books you get like this character who is like goody, like good, and like all of this stuff, and she's one of the only main characters that I don't find annoying and boring. I don't really have a typical favorite female character, but she's definitely one of my faves, and the covers are always really cute, and I just love the art. Another comic I have is The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I read last year. I didn't get the comic until like after the show, and I don't know, I kind of wish I didn't because I don't like the art style in this. Like, I personally think that the art style is like really ugly, and I just can't get on this trend. But I like the comic book more than I like the show. Don't even get me started on the show. But oh, what's a note in here? I wish the show followed this book more, but it didn't, and I guess that's fine. And lastly, we have Deadly Class, which is a show that Lana Condor will be in January. I think it's coming out in January, and it's about people who go to an assassin school. Funny story, I was reading this comic book online, and I think that I typed in the wrong name, so I read a whole comic that was completely unrelated to this, and I just think that that is so funny. Because it was like about like cowboys, and I was really reading this like, when is the main plot gonna kick in, like, you know, and it never did, and I was so confused, and it turns out I wasn't even reading the right story in the first place. So love that for me. I like the artwork, but then again I don't at the same time. I'm very picky with my artwork, and as an artist you would think that I don't care, but I'm very picky, and that's really sad and pathetic, but what's new? And so yeah, here's the artwork. I don't really care for it. It's not bad. It's not bad to the point where like Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, where I did not want to read it. Hope that you like this graphic novels mini collection video, and if you liked it, if you want like a graphic novel suggestions video, or maybe in the future hopefully I can haul some graphic novels for you guys so that you can see that, because I want to introduce graphic novels to my channel more because I really love them, and I'm a 5-year-old child, and I love pictures in my books, and it's really just simple and easy to read, and they're always really fun. And Thank you for watching this video. Bye.